Hey math fans! Welcome back to the Math Olympiad Academy. In Lesson 57, we are tackling an advanced integral that has stumped many students, and we will elucidate how to evaluate it correctly and rapidly. Here is our problem statement. Let I be the definite integral from a to b of e to the power of x, multiplied by cosine squared of e to the power of x, multiplied by sine of e to the power of x, with respect to x, where a equals the natural logarithm of pi over 4 and b equals the natural logarithm of pi over 2. Your challenge is to evaluate the exact value of the integral I. Now, integrate. Well, before we begin the solution, let us recall a few basic, necessary tricks we will adopt to avoid wasting time during our integration. First, from here on, the lower bound, which equals the natural logarithm of pi over 4, will be denoted by the lowercase letter a. Meanwhile, the upper bound, which equals the natural logarithm of pi over 2, will be denoted by the lowercase letter b. At first glance, the integrand appears difficult, and many students have asked me exactly where to begin. Notice that both the cosine and the sine contain the same inner function, e to the power of x. Recall that the derivative of the cosine of a function, f of x, equals negative f prime of x, multiplied by the sine of f of x. Therefore, let us adopt the change of variables method, also known as substitution. Let u equal the cosine of e to the power of x. This implies that du equals negative e to the power of x, multiplied by the sine of e to the power of x, with respect to x. At the lower bound, when x equals the natural logarithm of pi over 4, u equals the cosine of e to the power of the natural logarithm of pi over 4, which simplifies to the cosine of pi over 4, namely, the square root of 2 over 2. Likewise, at the upper bound, when x equals the natural logarithm of pi over 2, u becomes the cosine of e to the power of the natural logarithm of pi over 2, which equals the cosine of pi over 2, yielding exactly 0. Next, because u equals the cosine of e to the power of x, this implies that the cosine squared of e to the power of x equals u squared. Furthermore, note that e to the power of x multiplied by the sine of e to the power of x with respect to x equals negative du. This allows us to express the integral equivalently in terms of u. That is to say, I equals the integral from the square root of 2 over 2 to 0 of negative u squared with respect to u. Now, using the properties of definite integrals, we reverse the bounds of integration from 0 to the square root of 2 over 2, which removes the negative sign from the integrand. Hence, the equivalent simple form of this integral can be expressed as the integral from 0 to the square root of 2 over 2 of u squared with respect to u. What is next? Well, since the antiderivative of u squared is given by 1/3 times u raised to the power of 3, this implies that the previous integral equals 1/3 times u cubed, evaluated from 0 to the square root of 2 over 2. This leads to 1/3 times the square root of 2 over 2, all raised to the power of 3, minus 0 raised to the power of 3. Then, since the square root of 2 over 2, all raised to the power of 3, can be written as the square root of 2 over 2, all squared, times the square root of 2 over 2, which gives us 2 over 4, times the square root of 2 over 2. By multiplying this quantity by 1/3, and then simplifying the numerator and the denominator by their common factor of 2, we obtain the square root of 2 over 12. Therefore, the definite integral from the natural logarithm of pi over 4 to the natural logarithm of pi over 2 of e to the power of x, multiplied by the quantity, cosine squared of e to the power of x, multiplied by sine of e to the power of x, with respect to x, equals the square root of 2 over 12. Well, I hope you enjoyed this step-by-step solution. Keep practicing. Share this lesson with your friends. If this lesson was helpful, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe to Math Olympiad Academy for more advanced problem solving. See you in the next lesson.